You got one guy who tried and had both parties stand against him versus someone who has the existing capacity to make executive orders at any point in time to be stricter at the border. And they just don't do it. And now we have to turn the page to what?
Yeah, she said that line a lot.
The new page is a photocopy of the old page, and your dumb face is on both of them. You mean turn the page? If we turn the page, you wouldn't be here. Not to mention the fact that nobody voted for you to be the nominee. So how are you even the nominee? That's how insane this is.
Wait, so when Biden decided to step down, do people normally have to vote for the next person to take a spot?
That's why this was so ridiculous. This has never happened.
No, I'm saying, okay, this is the first time, huh?
No, well, if you go back to 1968, when the Democrats started to open up their process to having statewide primaries, they still hung on to the gangster methodology of just whoever the boss is just names people, right? But they did actually have some primaries take place, and they had two people, neither one of which ended up being the nominee. They ended up just making Hubert Humphrey the nominee. And that's why Nixon landslided him. It's so insane. I mean, honestly, like the only nominees I can think of after that, Carter figured out the new plan in 1976. He was a genuine nominee. Then he got his ass ran out of town for being absolutely terrible and failing at every turn. And so he got wiped out by Reagan. And that the height, this was the high point of the Democrats opening up their process to the people that they always claim to be supporting and doing all this hard work for.
They're about the middle class.
Mondale gets rolled 49-1 as far as states in the Electoral College. And then after that, then they went right back to the old methods. They tried to do this weird propaganda media tour with Dukakis, and he blew up his entire deal by trying to ride around in a tank after being an anti-military Democrat his entire life. Now, that dude was an idiot. And then in 92, after Daddy Bush just basically pushed Dukakis off to the side, then you get Bush. The beginning of the Bush-Clinton dynasty.
Speaking of Daddy Bush, she says she's got his support.
Yeah, great.
Didn't she?
Yeah. All of the people. This is.
Remember when she was naming off all the Republicans who supported her now?
This might be the single most ridiculous part of this entire story up to now. Dick Cheney, Darth Vader of the Republicans, that the Democrats basically swore up and down they would publicly execute the guy if they got the chance. Now they want his endorsement. Talk about a flip-flop.
Yeah.
And weird. When Bush wanted to it's so crazy because there's never any consistency from these people.
No,
they complete
from either party. That's what I was saying at the beginning. They both say each other's lying. They throw their own statistic out. How can you get the truth out of anyone? So one of the things that Kamala brought up, very briefly, it wasn't even a question. She just she mentioned it as part of a bigger question, but it's something that you and I love to talk about. We were talking about for a very long time on here, and we're talking about more AI. I don't know if you caught it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all she said is it was about the technological competition that the U.S. is in.
Yeah,
and she specifically said we need to win the race of AI and competition against China and all these other countries.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me wonder, what does the government got cooking up for AI? They give Chat GPT to the public. What do they have that we don't know about?
Oh, all sorts of stuff that they keep under wraps. So that's not important. Anybody with a freaking brain knows that the control structure withholds the best stuff. They always do. They've always
the best graphics cards.
There's always like a multi-decade schedule of releasing the stuff they've been sitting on for 50 years. It's so sick. But on that whole AI competition with China and the tariffs, that all works together. It's more likely that Kamala wants to engage in the state controlling the development of AI so they can give it to China. I mean, that's what the Clintons did.
Yeah.
They gave away all sorts of secrets to China while they were leveraging policy in the United States to force manufacturers to move to China. So who's responsible for this whole deal with China now? It's all Democrats. They're the ones that create these ridiculous policies. And then their leaders actually give the Chinese stuff that nobody with a brain wants them to have, because they don't care about the country, and they sure as hell don't care about you or me or anybody watching them.